Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is July 10th of 2021. I just signed up for Amazon Pharmacy, and let's see if they have it here. Back a few years ago, I guess, well, wait a minute. It would be for 2018. And I watched the videos, some of them, from Twit TV, like Windows Weekly and Android. They don't call it Weekly. And I think that's probably about it. But occasionally I catch another. They're they had an advertiser, their pill pack, and accompanying it. When you got your prescriptions, you got. I bet you they. Let's see. Let's see if we can have them pull it up. No, they don't show it. I got a feeling we're going to see it here in a minute. Um, anyway, I thought that was a neat idea. So, like if you're taking, say, morning and night pills, you'd have on a reel, you'd pull it off, and you'd be a little packet, depending on how big the pills were. And it would have the morning pills. It would tell what the pills were, and it would say morning or something like that. And then you'd have and there'd be the pills would be in there. And then the next thing would be, the thing you would tear off would be the night things. I thought that was a pretty neat idea. Um, and then, let's see here, Pill Pack. The company was founded in 2013. By 2014, the company was licensed in 31 states. In June of 2018, Amazon acquired the company for a reported $753 million. In November of 2019, the company changed their branding from PillPack, an Amazon company, to PillPack by Amazon Pharmacy. I think they just called Amazon Pharmacy now. So back a few years ago, what is it, 10 or 20 years, whenever I came to Fort Worth, I about 2 blocks from here, there is a CVS pharmacy, and I had them doing my prescriptions. Oh, there's more. Anyway, had them doing my prescriptions. Uh, I'm guessing that it was a prescription that was a 3-month prescription, and a morning probably and a night pill. So that would be 180, pills or capsules or whatever it is. And so I was using CVS Pharmacy, very happy with them, no problems, and like the CVS store. But I got my prescription filled and got home, and I thought, that can't be 180 pills in there. So I counted it, and I forget if it was 90 pills or what it was. So I went back and told them, and they, oh, okay, yeah, and they gave me the rest of the pills. And I didn't think anything about it. It was not a controlled substance, something for probably something for the prostate, or it could have been for the heart, could have been for the bladder, who knows. Anyway, um, so it wasn't a controlled substance or anything. And then 2 or 3 months later, I picked up my prescription and the same thing. And I counted the pills again, and it was, I'm guessing it was, 90 instead of 180. That would make sense if somebody was going to make a mistake. And so I, went back and the pharmacist, corrected the thing for me. I noticed that on these, I guess that's probably a requirement. Um, Let me see if I can find it now. Well, I can't. The pharmacist's name, I think, has to be on. There's a doctor who prescribed it, and I can't. Boy, let's see. The doctor's name. Okay, I don't see it now on here, but anyway, the pharmacist's name. Maybe they just do that on the CVS label. Uh, it was the same pharmacist, so he had made the mistake twice. So I switched over to Walgreens, which are right across the street. And I haven't had any problem like that at all. And switching over wasn't any kind of a problem. So I switched over to Walmart. No, Walgreens. Um, the I don't really have a problem with Walgreens, except their computer system. Like I can log in and do my prescription stuff, online. You can check to have it automatically, uh, done for you without you having to notify them. There are a bunch of things, but I think they keep changing their company or having it worked on, and the thing doesn't. It just there's some problems with their site. That's I would still stay with them. I just changed a few hours ago. Took the steps necessary to change to Amazon Pharmacy. Uh, and really the reason was I like the idea of that pill pack thing. I see now you can still have that, but that's not their normal way. It's the normal way is like you'll get them in, you know, like other places. But the pill pack thing, I think, is still available if you're, especially if you're somebody who takes multiple medications each day and maybe more than twice a day, and has to be, and that would be, the time and the thing on the, so that would be. But so anyway, but the reason I signed up is my ex-wife and we share this apartment with my grown son, and I have prescriptions I need, and I get them at Walmart. She gets hers at Walmart too, but she has one that's for diabetes, an injectable. I believe that's for diabetes. She has that she injects into her stomach. I think not into the stomach, but into the flesh part or whatever. Uh, and then she has another. She has a doctor who is really difficult. It's not the pharmacy's fault. She has a doctor who I think prescribes, I think it's the thyroid. She had her thyroid taken out. And when you have your thyroid taken out, or maybe if it stops working or something, you have to take a thyroid pill. And Walgreens, for some reason, they just can't, and I think it's the doctor's fault. So she's struggling, struggling with that. And then on her own, because I'd mentioned to her Amazon Pharmacy, and she's thinking about, I think she's having trouble getting one of her prescriptions that she needs. But I think what she's thinking about right now is she's just going to have the one prescription coming from, I don't know how that's going to go, but then I thought, oh, okay, what the heck, because she was asking me some questions, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and sign up, change my prescriptions over to Walmart pharmacy. So I just did that a little bit ago. The process was smooth. Um, they asked for my name. Um, they they asked for like the medication, but they did not ask for like how many milligrams and how often you take everything like just the medication. So I pulled all these out of my box that I have the things in, and just had to enter the name. Um, what else did they need? Well, they needed the information off my insurance card, and there's codes on the insurance card, and apparently that gave them access by me giving them access, and by giving them that code, they apparently know what prescriptions I'm getting and that type of stuff, because I didn't have to go into all of that information, and I don't think that I even had to give them the name of the. I didn't have to give them Walgreens' name, so I'm apparently all set up with them. Uh, what I did to be sure, though, I just logged into my doctor's office, the medical record system that they use, and went to the area where it has the name of my pharmacy, and I changed it from Walmart to Amazon Prime. So, now by the way, there's a link below, and that's not by the way why I'm doing this, but there's a link below to Amazon Prime or Amazon Pharmacy. If you use that, I will get a small amount of money. But if you don't want to use it, don't use it. It's I don't have enough people clicking on it to those things to really I get like I had a few months there where I thanked people, but it turned out it was just 2 or 3 people that were buying a bunch of stuff, and now I've been back to like the normal revenue generated from Amazon clicks of like $15 a month. I think it was $15 this last month, and the month before it was $15. They don't even pay you until, no, I take that back. Amazon does pay, I can't remember. Some of those places pay only like YouTube or Google. They pay when you have $100, when you've generated $100 in commission. Anyway, but if you want to, you can use the link below. I thought that we would, since my ex-wife's probably going to be, next time she gets at her computer, is going to be signing up, and she's going to have some questions because, oh my God, Here is this pill pack, thing. This guy in a video is talking about it. I'll have to go through and I'll decide. Amazon Pharmacy Review. Let's see. This guy's apparently a pharmacist. I wonder how long this video is. It's only 2 minutes.
Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Shivam Patel. I'm a licensed pharmacist in the state of Massachusetts, and I run the Pharmacy Checker Verification Program. Let's dive into my Amazon Pharmacy Review. Our first priority at Pharmacy Checker is the safety of consumers that use the internet to find affordable medication. If there's any company in the world that can beat the competition by driving down prices, it's Amazon. But the thing is, with Amazon Pharmacy, the drug prices actually don't beat popular competitors, especially for those brand name drugs that give Americans the biggest drug price problems. I checked Amazon Pharmacy's prices on generics and brands, including the discounts you get as an Amazon Prime member. The bottom line is that there's not much more of a discount than you can get generally with discount cards from pharmacychecker.com or GoodRx. For brand name drugs, we were surprised at how little savings we could find. US drug discount cards found on Pharmacy Checker often work better. And of course, brand name drug prices in Canada and other countries are usually much lower than the US, but at Pharmacy Checker accredited international online pharmacies, these pharmacies charge usually 1/10 the price compared to Amazon for the same drugs. Let's take the drug Xarelto, a widely prescribed blood thinner. Amazon's 30-day full price for this drug is around $578. With an Amazon Prime membership, that'll bring the discount down and your cost would be $479. But with the Pharmacy Checker discount card found on pharmacychecker.com, this price will become even lower than that at $464. But now get this. With a Pharmacy Checker International online accredited pharmacy, you can find Xarelto, the same medication, for $44. So compare that $578 in the beginning at Amazon to all the way down to $44.
Okay, it looks like I think this might not be. I think he might have, what do you call it, a dog in the fire, a dog in the race, or something. He may be, which you're required by law, by the way, to I don't know. Anyway, the prices, of course, he's given is I pay. What is it? I pay about $3 for a 90-day supply of the medicines that I get. You know, each one. I think it's $3. I think it might be $3.70. I think I pay $3.70 for, you know, a 3-month supply. So he was given if you don't have insurance. And really, I wasn't, and my ex-wife, she's not looking for, well, she's really frugal when it comes to, but she's not looking at, you know, going to Amazon because they're cheaper. She has that injectable now. No longer is Walgreens even carrying it. They're not, you know, they're not even carrying it anymore. I think that's the one. And thyroid medicine, her doctor is the problem. You know, calling in the prescription. I think it's that. I might be mixed up. So, and neither one of us are looking at, you know, what did I say? I'd pay $3.70 or something, $3.70 for the thing. And that's for let's see, 2 month supply. Is that 2 months? Yeah, for a 2 month supply. If they charge me a little bit more, you know, right now, my ex-wife is in a wheelchair. The pharmacy is only a couple blocks from here. I can't make it, you know, walking there and back. I physically cannot make it. So my son goes, or my grown daughter who lives in this apartment complex, she goes and picks it up, you know, and for us. So if we could have it, you know, mailed to us or delivered by I wonder if Amazon is. Let's see. That's what I was going to. Let's see. I'll know more here, but let's see. Amazon shakes up the pharmaceutical industry with new online pharmacy. Okay, now here's a video, Amazon Pharmacy versus Good RX. So I'm sure that this person probably has a link below to Good RX and gets a commission or something if you sign up or something. This person says Amazon Pharmacy is a game changer. Here's a CNBC. Amazon Pharmacy will shake up the industry. Here's why the next person is, the next video is, here's why Amazon Pharmacy may be good for the healthcare industry. Here's another one. Can Amazon Pharmacy save you money on prescription drugs? Like I said, I don't think that they will be. I mean, they put the bookstores out of business and they put everybody else out of business. I don't think that they're going for. I think they just want the business, and then they want to be in. I'm sure other parts of the healthcare industry, they want to get in on that. Okay. Okay, here you go. Best prescription delivery services. CVS versus Walgreens versus Amazon and more. This 8 minutes. Let's see what this guy says.
Welcome back to the breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best prescription delivery services for right now. Now this is recorded in January 2021. Things can always change, but for right now, these are the best prescription delivery services you should try out if you're like me and have a prescription you get regularly. I don't have a thyroid. I get my Synthroid delivered every month or every 3 months, depending on how the doctor sets it up right then.
Synthroid, that's what my ex-wife is having a problem with getting. I think that's the one that's... Okay, but anyway, I know that's the one she talked about.
And it may not seem like a much to go to the pharmacy, go through the drive-thru, but when you got it every month, it really does add up. It's just kind of nice sometimes to have it delivered, so you don't have to worry about running out. It's just going to be there with plenty of time to spare. Because let's be honest, we've all been there. You suddenly open your pill aisle and we're like, ooh, I'm out. I need it tomorrow or whenever. Prescription delivery services with reminders are a great way to help avoid that. But I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm just an average person. Going to give you my review, my opinion at looking at all these, trying them out, and give you my thoughts on which ones are best. First though, before we break them down, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you learn something new. Check out all of our other videos. We have a huge collection of videos growing every week right here on the channel. All right, the best prescription services of 2021. I have to start off with Amazon Prime's pharmacy service. Now, the great thing about this is you can get benefits from this even if you don't take advantage of their delivery service. And if you're somebody who, you go to the doctor and they say, hey, you got a sinus infection. I get those from time to time. Here's a prescription. You don't want to wait for delivery. They also not only will deliver your prescriptions, but will give you a card for up to 80% off at over 50,000 pharmacies around the country, including Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Meijer, H-E-B, Kroger. A lot of pharmacies will take these across the country. It's a pretty nice deal, which really helps you out. So even if you have a prescription, this can help give you a discount. If you're on a health savings type plan, I don't even think they really do those. I used to have them where it's insurance, but you have to pay as if you don't have insurance. I really loved it. I kind of miss it. But These programs give you discounts right there on the prescription at the time you try to get it, which is really nice for same-day delivery, or pickup, I should say. Now, they do offer free 2-day delivery, discounts when paying without insurance. So if you are somebody without insurance, you can get discounts on your prescriptions, and they give you upfront pricing on everything before you order the prescription or get it filled. You'll know the price what you have to pay, which is a pretty good deal. The reason I put Amazon Prime at the top is 2 things. It's included with your Prime membership, so get that discount card even if you're not using the delivery service. But that card is a benefit that none of the others really offer for the delivery that I was checking out of the big national plans. Now, they will not have same-day delivery from the store that a few others may have, but the ability to walk in the store, if you get that sinus infection prescription or whatever it may be, is a pretty nice selling point there. And it's included your Prime membership, so if you're already a Prime member, not a bad deal. All right, let's take a look at option number 2. Now, some people really need same-day delivery, and I think this is where CVS really stands out, because they offer free 1 to 2 day delivery on most prescriptions, and same-day delivery from your local pharmacy. Restrictions apply. You have to have shipped as an option in your area. They'll go to the pharmacy, pick it up, and deliver it to your door same day, which is really nice. And of course, they have all the standard text message reminders and more to refill your prescriptions. The reason I put CVS number 2 was the ability to get the same day prescription from your local pharmacy. Assuming your local pharmacy has your prescription, you're not getting something that's out of stock or not a typically stocked item. And everything else is a 1 to 2 day for most items. I didn't find a list of anything that may be longer, but most prescriptions, which I'm assuming is 90+% of the most common prescriptions out there, will be available in 1 to 2 days. So CVS, great. Now, you do need to live in an area where Shipt operates. They're growing very quickly, but not all areas will do that. You need to live close enough to a CVS actual location. Yeah, there are some towns that still don't have CVSs. I used to live one in Missouri by Fort Laramie. No CVS, no Walgreens there. So keep that in mind. There are some limitations, but if you live in an area close to a CVS and you live in an area where Shipt goes, CVS is the best deal after that. All right, number 3, Walgreens. I actually was kind of disappointed in their delivery options, to be honest with you. While Walgreens does have a delivery service, I really enjoy their pharmacy. They do have limits. It's a 3 to 5 day standard, 5 to 10 day standard delivery. 5 to 10 day standard delivery on most prescriptions. Free 1 to 2 day delivery on limited prescriptions. So we're talking about the very, very most common ones. That one is probably not the best deal. When looking at the others, they seem to have the fewest items available in 1 to 2 day. They do have expedited 2 day service for $12.99 or overnight service for $19.95. Just not the best pricing and not the best availability for delivery. So I would have to say, of the national plans, of the big ones I looked at, I wouldn't recommend Walgreens unless they do have your prescription in the free 1 to 2 days. But unless you're able to really plan in ahead, I would stick with the other options out there. The last option is kind of difficult because most local pharmacies are increasingly offering delivery services. The problem is your local pharmacy delivery service is going to be different than mine. You're going to have to do some shopping around. If you do have a local company, whether it be H-E-B, Meyer, or a little small independent pharmacy, you're going to want to do some research.
I think my ex-wife looked into having delivered one of her injectable. I think that was it. And from Walgreens. And they don't have like their own delivery trucks or anything like that. They use, I don't know, Goober Dash or I don't know what they use. But because it's supposed to be refrigerated, they would not dispense it that way. They say they have a service that delivers, but I think they're afraid that whoever they're using might, I don't know, they didn't say anything, but might maybe put it in his vehicle and then go home and then decide, he'll deliver tomorrow or something. And here it has to be refrigerated. So that's something to keep in mind.
Search on your own to see which ones are right. I looked at mostly the big national chains.
Well, I think I'll put a link, of course, to this guy. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I will let you know how me switching to Amazon Prime or Amazon Pharmacy, how that works out for me. Maybe I should mention this. My primary care doctor, been going to him for a bunch of years. The first time I went to him, I think he gave me the script, I believe. Take to pharmacy. And then the next time I went to him, he said, "No, where do you want this?" And I said, "Well, you can just write out the script, for me." And he said, "No, I can't do that anymore." And I said, "Oh, why not?" And he said, "Well, the law has been changed, and all prescriptions have to be faxed in to the pharmacy." And I said, "Oh, is that so?" Yeah. I knew that was bullshit, And when a doctor, especially a doctor, and especially and then two, it was after that, I went to him quite a few times after that. I was only going every 6 months. So I did go, I went to him, but I was still, it didn't matter to me. I mean, I always have just the prescription, faxed into the thing, but I didn't like that. That I knew he lied to me, and then anyway, I went into the doctor, and he came in, and I forget, he wasn't sneezing in my face, but I forget what he was doing now. It's been back a few years, quite a few years ago. And I said, "Have you got a cold?" And he said, and he's right up there, And he didn't have a mask on or anything. This is before, of course, the virus, and everything. And he said, "Oh, just allergies." And so I came home and I told, the ex-wife, I said, "Well, the doctor I forget now what he was doing, He was, like I said, I'd have been, if he was sneezing in my face, that'd have been, So I guess he was just sniffling and coughing or something like that. So I told the ex-wife, I said, "Well, the doctor was doing such and such." I asked if he had a cold. He said, "No, he didn't." I said, to her, he did. He had a cold or something, And I said, "Probably in 5 or 6 days, I'm going to come down with whatever he had," because he was right there in my face. Sure enough, 5 or 6 days later, I've got, what he had. Then right after that, he wasn't available. I called for an appointment for a doctor, not because of that. I mean, it was, like 6 months later or whatever for the next. But I called, and the office said, "Well, he's not available. Would you like, he has 2 nurse practitioners," or what, I guess that's what they're called, and female. And I've always, I a few times just turned out in the past, I moved around a lot, And in Miami, I got a female doctor with my new insurance, with the insurance or whatever. And went, and she did a fantastic, job. I liked her. She did, a thorough exam and the whole bit. And but then I had made one visit to her, and then moved to Fort Worth, Texas, and then got hooked up with this, doctor. So anyway, I said, yeah, I'll take, nurse practitioner. If I'm talking to you or two or whatever, talking to somebody, I don't want to, nurse practitioner. I just say doctor, about which I'm sure, if she was holding herself out as being a doctor, he would be upset, and other people might be upset, and she doesn't. But it's just easier to say, if I'm making a video, and I mentioned that I went to see my doctor, it's the nurse practitioner that I'm going to see, and she's excellent, and I've been really, really happy with her, and I'm glad this, worked out, and I don't think she'll be sneezing in my face. So anyway, I hope this has been useful to you. I'll put a link to, and if you come up with, if you are using Amazon Prime or Amazon Pharmacy, and you like it or don't like it or whatever, feel free to leave a comment. And thank you very much for watching.